Good morning, beautiful women of becoming her. I hope that you guys are doing well, and that this video finds you well. I'm doing good, and I am Danita. If you did not know, today I'm supposed to be talking with you guys about living up to the hype. And I guess I could kind of give you guys a little background on like how I came to the title, or just where my mind is at. So hopefully that helps with the ease in listening. So I've really been going through a lot. Lots been going on. 2 kids, in a recent job loss, unexpected. Was a huge blow. Many blows. I'm taking blows left and right. To my ego and my confidence. And then a woman with education, with many experiences, and the world has kind of blown me up, so to speak, over the past years. I've really done any internal work. So my past losses have led me to have to do that work, that internal work, where happiness comes from within. And so after the loss, it took a lot out of me. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I should do. I just really felt low. Did not feel like I was where I should be. I was angry, upset, just so many different emotions, nowhere to put them. It was just like a little dumping ground. My self-talk was bad. I needed to get myself together. And so because I didn't have a job, I had to update my resume. And it wasn't until I looked at my resume, the title, the objective, and I've got like 2 jobs in, 3 jobs, 4 jobs, my organizations, and all of this stuff. And I had to say, baby, I know like hell your head is not held low. You have no reason for that. Like, what? You clearly don't even know who you are. And it wasn't until that moment that it's like, girl, you are the bomb.com. If you can go get your life together. This paper, this black and white paper that you just list things on and throw things together, never look at until you need it. It talks about you. It was like a running record of all my kudos and awards, and just like, wow, girl, you so smart. Girl, you look at all of these roads you've conquered, these paths you've taken, these experiences that you've gone through and come out of. Like, wow, God really needed to talk to me. And so I really just want to share with you the moments and how my life changed when I decided to live up to the hype of me, what I am, whose I am, and what's been promised. So you start out asking the question of, who am I? And it's so important. That question, so small, very important. Changes lives. You need to know who you are. You need to take inventory on who you are. What do you have to offer? When I looked at my resume, it listed all of my skills, my experiences, my challenges, my likes, my dislikes, the roles that I've had, the relationships I have with my community, with myself, what's important to me, families. What do you like? What do you dislike? Who do you like to spend time with? You need to spend some time with you and identify the nooks and crannies of who you are. your essence as a person. What makes you happy? What do you like to do? Because so many times in my life I found myself doing things I didn't even really like to do. But it wasn't until I thought about it or somebody else brought it to my attention that I didn't like this. I don't like calculating the circumference and area of circle and working with pi. So, I left engineering. It wasn't my cup of tea, and that was fine because then I found social work. Who am I? It fit with the essence of who I was. You need to know what it feels like to be loved and to love on yourself. Self-love is the best love, and you get that from spending time with you. How did you fall in love? You went on a few dates. Date yourself. Take yourself out. Get cute. Get sexy. Whatever. It's for you. What makes you happy? I feel good after I go, if I put on, I really like dresses now. I'm starting to get into dresses, and I wasn't comfortable with my shoulders for a while. After I realized what I like and to be comfortable and to be free, crop top, shoulder, one shoulder, one sleeve, no sleeves, whatever. It built my confidence up. Because who cares if you don't like it? I like it. This is what I like. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to wear. Whatever. Because this is who I am. And I'm not going to change that to make someone else feel comfortable in my presence. Because I need to be comfortable in my presence. That is the beginning of living up to the hype. Like, you need a foundation. And identifying who you are is the foundation of living the life you want to live. Then the why. With each thing that we go through today, it's going to be a why. You need to know the why. Why am I like this? Your roots. Where you come from. I had to delve out when my mama was coming out and when my daddy was coming out. My mom is a lot more rational. My dad is my fly off the handle side. Let me check you real quick. Let me get you in order because you being disrespectful. And sometimes I can't be that way. I love that way. I love to check people when, they need to be checked. Very politely, and a smile, and a loving release, of course. But I need to know and channel my energies and know how I'm coming together so that when I craft my brand and my presentation, it's clear to me how I got this way. Do I like it? Yeah. Do I not like it? No. Okay, well then that has to go. Identify the characteristics of yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, what brings forth the most of you that you want to present to the world. That's important because your image is what you're presenting to people when you come out into the world, when you greet the world. And sometimes what you see in yourself or what you think you're presenting, you're not quite giving that image off to other people. So it's very important to be conscientious of the energy that you're giving off, and the characteristics that your essence that you bring to new environments and to spaces. Be conscientious of that. And I think that root is knowing who you are. If you're rooted in love, that's what you're going to emit. You're going to ooze it when you come into the atmosphere. But if you're rooted in petty, it's going to be clear. It's going to be clear. So, the who am I? Then, the what? Yes. These are all the cousins. The who, what, where, when, and why. I wanted to keep it very simple, very quick. But the what? What do I want? What do I want from my life? So now I know who I am. I've gone through, I know what I'm good at. I've identified my strengths. Okay. So where does this take me? What am I going to do with it? What do I want from this life, period? Do I just want a big house and just chill? Do I want a great company because I'm building this, or I want to build an empire? Okay, well now you know, do you got big plans or little plans? If you got some grand plans, okay, you really need to get some things in order. Because there's so many things that participate in your success within yourself. Yes, it's self-esteem, but all kinds of things play a part in building and growing and strengthening that. And so the relationships that you have in your life, your family, your friends, your kids, like all of these things, how do you want those relationships to be? What are the types of places you want to go? The types of decisions that you're going to make on a day-to-day basis. Like, what do you want? What is your mission and your vision statement for self? Of self. And you got to be a big girl. This is big girl territory here. Identifying what you want, because you got to be bold enough to say that's what you want. Is it what you want? You don't want nothing you can't describe or can't talk about. You can't be tripping up and stuttering. I'm not going to believe that's what you want. You can't be double-minded. Well, maybe, if, kind of. No. What do you want? Identify that. That fine man over there at the bar that walked in single because you done already checked out his hand. Do you want him? You might have to do some things. That confidence is going to have to be up just for you to say hi, introduce yourself, have a conversation, spark something, smile at him. He don't know. You got to tell him, I think you so fine. Whatever. It's not all about, romantic relationships either, but that promotion. They don't know that this is what you're working towards. Oh, that you've done so much work, or you've done all these projects and you actually thinking you should be making $5,000 more than you are. They don't know that. You got to talk about it. You got to write this stuff down. Itemize it. You might even need to leave yourself some reminders about what you want for your life. Put it on the mirror, put some stickies somewhere. Sometimes we forget what and whose we are, but that we have been promised some things. We have been promised the world, all of our desires, all of our needs, our wants, everything is taken care of. And you're going to get it. But you have to believe that. And you got to be specific, which means that you got to actually think about it. You have to know what you want. And that comes from knowing who you are. Your wants are going to directly correlate with who you are. And it's going to be so easy. They're just going to fall together like pieces to a puzzle. But why do you want these things? Is it really you who wants them? Is it you just saying, I want this to impress upon some people, some things about myself? This is your parents. This is your kids. Like, why are you making these decisions? No one should be making such important decisions about your life. What you want is so important. And you should be making those decisions. You should also know what you don't want. You don't want negativity, liars and cheaters, manipulators, users, thieves, stealers of your joy and happiness. When you're trying to elevate, like a hot air balloon, it has sandbags on it that weighs it down. But when you remove the weight, it rises.